What is up? It is the Dynasty lunch hour coming in on your lunch hour or just bothering you at work, which is fine. But we're here to talk football during the lunch hour. It is Thursday. We have Bucks versus the Eagles. I am kind of leaning Bucks here. Pretty easy.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And has been the wildest season I think I can remember in a very long time. You never know if the Eagles magically pull it off. I doubt it, but you never know.
I mean,
I
they
mean,
did beat the Panthers last week.
well, yeah. I'm just really like these underdogs are just making it. Well, you think the underdogs are gonna win or lose, and then they keep up and they win. I'm like, look at the Colts.
Yeah.
That was pretty close. The Browns almost had it. Let's see who else. Like you said last week, they beat the Panthers. So it's been a wild ride. I'm not complaining. I like it. I love it. It's week 6. So let's get this started. Mark, we are going to be going through every team rapid fire. If we have questions, we'll take them.
Yep.
I'm not opposed to giving my advice or picking my brain on what you think on who to start or sit or whatever, whatnot. So it is Thursday. Hopefully, you put in maybe some of your claims in that for some other idiot people dropped anybody good. I always like sniping people too, but
Yeah.
only do it if it benefits you though. So
Oh, of
yeah.
course. You don't want to just get someone to get someone.
Oh yeah, you don't want to just be despiteful just because they dropped them. All right. So week 6, we
All
have
right.
Buccaneers at 4-1 in Philadelphia at magically 2-3. I didn't even realize how good they played until we watched the Panthers game. I was like, oh wow, okay. Jalen Hurts has not been like really popular on fantasy community, but he's still putting up numbers. He's still in the top 10, which is crazy. Maybe football wise, like watching him is not that great, but for some reason his rushing upside gets him the top 10 every week. I don't know
I
if
guess
you've
I need to
noticed
forget
that.
about rushing. Oh, I know the first week he almost had like 40 points.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I mean, it looks like they have their QB, man. Happy lunch hour to you, Nerd Huddle. Uh, so, all right, who do you got? You started like let's start with the Eagles. Well, you mentioned this yesterday. Actually, I missed
Yep.
the Buccaneers part of it. So let's start with that.
So the Buccaneers, I had, of course, you got to start Levante David and White, the linebackers.
Let's hope they do something this week.
Yeah, hopefully. And then I said I like Winfield to do something this week. He's playing, right? He's not hurt. I know they have a lot of
One of them
injuries
is
in
hurt.
this. I thought it was the
One of
other.
them is hurt.
I thought the other safety was hurt. I haven't heard any injury news on
Murphy
Winfield.
Bunting, I think, was hurt.
Well, I know like all their corners are hurt. That's why they brought
Wow.
in Sherman and stuff like that. But I think I like
Who would you put Sherman in this week?
maybe. I don't know.
I
Maybe.
he did pretty good. I wouldn't be like I'd put him in.
Well, can't. I don't think it would hurt. To be honest,
But
depending on who else you have, I guess. But and then I said offense. Obviously, all 3 wide receivers,
yeah, 100%.
and then obviously Tom Brady.
Yeah. Fournette, you're putting in. I just kind of I think we've faded out Rojo. I don't think Rojo's kind of like
He's a bench
unless
at best.
unless Fournette fumbles.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
Like
that's what
we all
happened
know
to,
how Arians does that. Oh,
yeah,
you
that's
fumbled.
what happened to
All right,
Rojo. So
you're done.
freaking
Next
fumbled
guy.
fumbled the first drive of the first game. It really hasn't been in there since.
If Fournette fumbles, Rojo will be relevant, but no one's putting him in their lineup.
No.
He's not relevant to anything right now. So Philly, let's see. So Philly, you're putting in Hurts. He's still producing numbers. I'm not putting any of the running backs. Miles Sanders and Gainwell. They're splitting all the time, but I'm not putting them in. I just feel like they're not putting any numbers decently, anything past 6 to 5 points at all. It's not worth it. So I'm also not putting in Rager. I don't even think Rager's in anybody's lineup. He is just a ghost of a guy out there.
Yep.
It just seems like Devonta Smith is the main guy. Who's the other one that's there? The other receiver under Rager, Rager's supposed to be number 2, but it seems like it's just Devonta Smith and Watkins. Quez Watkins is the other guy I was talking about. He's just the other guy that seems to be the go-to guy. But like I said, Rager is just not even there right now.
No.
So
And then fantasy-wise, their tight ends are a mess too. Like they don't seem to know who they want to be the number 1 guy.
However, this week, if you have Ertz, this is the week because Goddard is in the COVID IR.
Oh, that's right. He just went to the COVID list.
So Ertz is the only one. Ertz might have himself a game.
There you go.
Yep. Out of the defensive side, I'll put Alex Singleton. Obviously, he's probably one of the best linebackers there. We're putting our guy, freaking Eric Wilson, also, and then our main guy we've been hammering down on the last couple of weeks is Javon Hargrave, for sure. Maybe he could sneak in a sack or two, but he's been doing pretty good. He's been doing pretty solid. Definitely DL1 for sure. I'll definitely put Javon Hargrave. As for the rest of the crew, maybe Anthony Harris. That's probably about it. But even then, I'm pretty sure people have better DBs there than the other DBs, but besides the Philly DBs. But other than that, I think Javon Hargrave is probably your main go-to. Eric Wilson and Alex Singleton. Fletcher Cox is not. I don't think he's IDP relevant. He's okay, but Hargrave's doing all the work IDP wise.
Well,
Fletcher Cox obviously he's doing. I like him too. He's doing good for football wise as a player himself, but I don't think he's doing anything IDP wise. I can actually pull it up.
I think it's the same situation with Washington and Chase Young, where you have that name factor, where you're like, oh, I gotta get this guy, but because he gets double and triple teamed every down, his actual point production fantasy wise is kind of on the lower side.
Yeah, Fletcher Cox put 2 duds. I'm looking week 1 and 4. Week 3 he had a pretty decent one, but that was only because he picked up the fumble recovery that Javon Hargrave produced.
For the touchdown.
So I'm not giving that to him. I think that was just lucky.
Yeah.
But that was the only time he's done anything. Had he not gotten that touchdown, it would just been a fumble recovery and an assist tackle. But even if the fumble wasn't there, it just would have been the assist tackle the whole entire game. So Fletcher Cox is kind of he's done IDP wise. So anyways, so moving on, I'll do the Jags and then you can do Miami. So Jacksonville, I'm putting Trevor Lawrence in. I think what he did for the first time, he didn't throw an interception. I think he's finally getting into his groove now with the drama. Besides what's going on with his coach, I think that's not going to affect the way he plays. It's not who cares? So that's his coach's ordeal. Let him handle that on his side level. That's actually an issue that has nothing to do with football, but as a character. But as T-Law had put in, I'm actually looking at Laviska Shenault for sure. I'm probably going to put in Marvin Jones. He's healthy. I thought I saw something that he might be banged up, but I'm putting him in. And then let's see, their tight end. Who's there? Didn't they bring in someone tight end wise? Jacksonville. It's not Dan Arnold.
Oh yeah, Dan Arnold. They traded.
Is it Dan Arnold?
Yep, they traded for him. That's who they gave up. That's who they got in return for CJ to Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, his debut isn't too bad.
No.
Maybe actually puts in a little bit more work this time. Obviously the number 1 guy you're going to put in this game is definitely James Robinson. This guy's going to eat.
Yeah.
They finally, I mentioned this yesterday, they remembered they had a good running back. I don't know why, where he's been all those last couple of weeks. He's been getting the touch, he's been getting the work, he's getting the end zone. But I think it was the first 2 weeks, it was James Robinson was just getting touches, but not really necessarily in the end zone. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong. I'm probably also mixing him up with Myles Gaskin, I think, right now. That's who I remember mentioning yesterday that he was not fantasy relevant until last
James
week.
Robinson put up like 20 some odd points in fantasy. So
yeah, so he's basically the main go-to guy for sure. You're throwing him in against Miami defense right now. Defensive wise, Miles Jack and Miles Jack. Oh, and Josh Allen. Josh Allen. I'll give it to Josh Allen. He's a good preset D end. He's not bad. Other than that, yeah, I'm not. Don't feel too excited about Jacksonville. No, you can handle Miami. You can go from here now.
Oh, well, offense is a whole whopping 2 people, I think. You got Miles Gaskins. You got to play him. Because, like you said, just like Jacksonville, they finally realized they had a running back. They're like, oh, maybe we should use him.
Yeah.
So he's putting up points. And then maybe Gesicki, despite the quarterback issues they're having, he still seems to consistently put up a decent amount of points. But that's about all I have on offensive for
not Miami.
Waddle. Has he been putting up points since Jacoby Brissett's been the quarterback?
No, but I think Waddle might do something this week. I mean, he's been not anything fantastic besides week 1 against New England. I think this is the week. I think he breaks out again this week. Maybe. He puts up double digits this week. I think
it just seems to be that with Jacoby Brissett under center, their main focus has been running the ball.
True.
If they do pass the ball, it seems to go to Gesicki's way.
But I think I saw something that Tua is actually practicing this week right now, so I think he's actually in for the running for this week. But I don't think Jacksonville has the talent to cover him at all. So I think Waddle could have another double-digit game from it's been quiet for him. I think week 1 was his biggest game. We thought he was going to do phenomenal as a rookie. So far, it's been kind of quiet since week 1 against New England. So I think this is his game to put up another fantasy relevant game. Devonta Parker, sure, why not? It is Jacksonville. I think he's okay.
He's hurt.
But, is he really?
Yeah.
I thought he was. I thought he was like questionable with his.
Yeah, he's questionable. Yeah.
And then
but I don't know. I just don't trust any outside of Gesicki. I don't really trust any of the receivers. Not so much because of the receivers, more so because of the quarterback situation.
Okay. I think they could pull it off. I think it's Jacksonville.
Jacoby Brissett's banged up too because I think he
his hamstring
came back and left and came back.
It was like a hamstring or a groin or something like that. I don't know what it was, but I think I'll give it to Devonta Parker, or not Devonta Parker, but Waddle to do something this week. I do like him still. I'm not fading him out at all. I don't actually own him at all anywhere, which kind of sucks, but I think he will do something this week. All right, so defense, are we putting anybody from them? Jerome Baker,
yeah. Jerome Baker, I like him.
Howard.
Howard or Jones? I think you got. I don't know which one do you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Jones. Yeah,
because you got Jones on one side and Howard on the other. I was trying to decide which one to go with, or maybe both. I don't know.
Why not both? I mean,
because I think T-Ball's going to let it fly. So
I think so. He might get another interception. Yeah. He'll go back to his two game interception.
Right. So I think both of them could possibly. Yeah, we got a trade thing here.
So trade Clyde for Fournette and Mack. Clyde
Edwards-Helaire. Well, he's not playing either, so he's out like 5-6 weeks, I think.
No, he's not. But I think
he's not out that much.
Clyde, no, he's gone for a while.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
For Fournette and Mack, I'm 1-4 and I have Kamara and Patterson on bye. Non-dynasty. Okay, thank you. So if his redraft is a single year, he's 1-4, so he's trying to save himself right now. So basically, he has Clyde. So he's got nothing right now. You got no running backs. Well, I think you kind of have to, bud. Regardless of the fact, I still think I like this trade only because Clyde's going to be gone for a while. Yes. And then that gives you you still have Kamara and Patterson following week. Damn it, you're 1-4 with Patterson still? Yeah, I would do it. Fournette seems to be the guy right now. And Chiefs are talking about getting in Mack. So if you're lucky before Sunday, maybe Mac travels over. They make a trade, and then you're back to having Then it's the issue of Clyde. So here's what you could do for this week, since it looks like you don't have any running backs. You probably do the trade, get Fournette. He seems like the number one guy. He's probably going to explode. I hope your trades didn't go for today. Some trades do take about 2 days. He says, I have to start Darrell Williams. Oh, yeah, you kind of have to. So he also says Diggs and Cooper been letting me down. Yeah.
A lot of people do.
I'm part of that a little bit.
Cooper, though, he's been doing good.
Not so much, man. He had that one game in week 1, and it's like a little ever here and there. I think he had like 1 or 2 touchdowns since then, but not anything like amazing, like what we should be at the draft value that we got him. Yeah, no. But I would make that trade because next week you get Kamara and Patterson with a RB1 Fournette. So far they're using him. He's going to be good until he fumbles. So as long as he doesn't fumble, you have Fournette the entire time. Fournette's been doing pretty good. Mac, if he ends up going to Kansas City, I honestly do believe Mac will start over CEH. Without a doubt. I think he will. I think Andy Reid will give more touches to Mac, if not split, but I think he'll give a little bit more to Mac if that trade. I'm actually hoping that trade happens just to stir up a little drama in the NFL world right now. But I think 100% I think I would definitely do that right now. So yeah, go for it, dude. I'm not saying no to that one because you got Kamara and Patterson the following week. So best of luck to you, man. Being at 1-4, man, that sucks.
I agree. I also like the trade because even if Mac doesn't get traded, it seems like he's getting more and more touches each week with the Colts too. So
yeah, and it seems like he's hurting on freaking running back right now. He only has Darrell Williams. So this is interesting right here. Did you see this last one here?
I did.
Kadarius Toney.
I'll let you field this one, Morgan.
I love Kadarius Toney. Okay. I'm surprised he was available in our league in Dynasty. This is Dynasty. I was surprised he was available at the time. I picked him up. I was like, dude, yes, because I know he's going to eventually. I know he was one of your receivers' favorite receivers coming in. Mm-hmm. We talked about this months ago when everyone was all talking about Kyle Pitts. I remember you actually saying, I like Kadarius Toney. And then we brought in who's the Kyle Trask conversation in. Yep. And then we looked at their size, and I think you remembered what is in the water in Florida, man.
Yep. They're all like 6'5", 240.
Yeah. But no, I like Kadarius Toney. Right now, Slayton and Shepard are still questionable, and they're being optimistic right now for them starting. And on plus side, Daniel Jones has got in some reps in today with the ones. So we still have a couple more days before then. So if Daniel Jones is full go, oh man,
so much for
unfortunately
concussion protocol.
Unfortunately, he will be covered by Jalen Ramsey. I don't like that, but Kadarius Toney is a very electric player. I love watching him. The only reason I picked him up before the hype, I saw him at the Saints. I didn't see him personally, but I watched the Saints-Giants game a couple weeks back, and I loved how he just moved. He's such an electrifying player that I hate to say this, but yeah, he kind of looks like Odell. Rookie year,
just a lot bigger.
I just hope that right now,
because that's not a scary combination.
Yeah, I just hope that he just doesn't turn into the Odell.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't do that.
He punched a guy. That's kind of Odell-esque.
It's true. He did punch somebody.
Odell likes to punch things and throw his helmet. God, man.
I never understood that aspect about football. I get it, getting mad and stuff, but I feel like if you're going to punch someone in the helmet, that's only going to hurt you.
Yeah, no, I remember. I don't understand that either, dude. I remember like playing, and guys would go at each other's stomachs, like
Dude,
gut
that makes
check
more
each other.
sense. Yeah, that makes more
I
sense.
remember that, and then I started watching more and more NFL. I'm like, well, what are these guys thinking, man? Like, I don't
You
know. Like,
imagine
I
like into
always
a
thought
fight, you punch him and you like shatter your hand,
if
like out for the year.
if you're gonna do a damaging, like obviously you've already committed to hitting the guy. If you're gonna
Right?
commit to hit a guy, why not give him a chop right to the
Right?
neck?
Or like take the helmet off and then punch him. Like
I don't know about taking off the helmet. That'd be a little hard. You're not everyone's Myles Garrett, all right, where you have the strength to removing someone's helmet. But why not?
or yeah, like he says, open hands only when hitting the helmet. Like, yeah, give him a smack.
Yeah, something, man. But yeah, Kadarius Toney, the next Odell, sure, why not? I love Kadarius Toney. So I definitely have him in my dynasty league, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of him because I think he's going to be the next big thing. But we will see.
I really
as the
liked
years...
him until he got drafted by the Giants.
Yeah. But I mean, I remember.
No, not anymore.
But if they fix their line, maybe next season they'll do a little bit better. I don't know.
Let's see.
So anyways, all right. So Bengals and the Lions. Are the Lions finally going to get their win? I hope so. I really hope so. Is this the team that they're going to do it? I think so. I really hope so. I'm secretly kind of being this Lions fan. I'm hoping that they do okay. But obviously you're starting freaking
Swifty.
Swift. Yeah. Swift. Williams is questionable, so he might be a little banged up. I don't know if he gets many reps, but Swift for sure. Quintus Cephas is out, so everyone is all on Raymond right now. He played last week and he didn't really do anything. Jared Goff, I hope you're not starting him. Swift seems like be the only guy. TJ Hawkinson's got a little bit of reps at practice today, so I think he'll be fine. Definitely, you kind of have to. He's hasn't really put up anything amazing since the first week, so I kind of like, I don't know, man. Get rid of Hawk. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's the Bengals.
Possible.
Maybe. What if he puts up points this week? I don't know. And then you're gonna regret the decision. I don't know. I still hold on to him. It's week 6. I know hasn't really done much anything, but this is probably that last week.
But I feel like if you want to get rid of him, at least go the trade route because you could get something for him.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if it's Dynasty. So, yeah, for sure. But I don't know. Again, in your opinion, get rid of him. That's fine. Maybe you can find yourself. Maybe you can go get Knox, or even I like Tyler Higbee still. A lot of people don't like him. I still like Tyler Higbee. He's out there all the time. So I like my tight ends to be out there 100% of the time. And he seems to be the only tight end in the league right now that's getting 100% of snaps. Everyone else is like at 80% of snap, and then you see the other. But yeah, anyways. So that's what I got on Detroit. Bobby Okereke I'll probably put in there. Who's that linebacker? They just did they just acquire Collins? No,
that's the Patriots. They got rid of Collins.
Yeah, Collins left. Someone had to fill in those shoes, right? So
Collins hadn't been playing all year, so
no, I'm saying someone had to fill in those shoes for Collins. Is what I'm saying.
Look at this.
What's up? I'm not.
Because I traded Hawk, Boyd, and Myers and Corey Davis for Metcalf and
Gaskin. I am not hating that at all.
Yeah, me either.
Metcalf and Gaskin.
Yeah.
Now, was this before last week? P.S. I have Andrews.
Oh, there you go. Well,
yeah. Well,
can afford to get rid of Hawkins if you got
in your opinion, that is very valid. Why? Because you had Andrews. Yeah. So definitely, dude, I like that. So was this before the Gaskin week? Because if it was, I bet that owner feels. Ooh, I bet he feels bad, and I bet you're just smiling. I hope he won that week too.
That's always the worst. When you have a guy who's not doing anything and then you trade him, and then as soon as you trade him, oh, now I'm gonna do something.
Just goes off. Yeah, dude, it happens to the best of us, man.
No,
so Trey Flowers, I guess you're putting in. Oh, Alex Anzalone is the other guy I was thinking about. I think you like Alex, right? Alex Anzalone?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he said before last week. Oh, good for you, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. For sure. I definitely would feel that way, like exactly how Mark was saying right now. But Alex Anzalone, I don't think he's in anybody's really rosters right now, but he is something to look at. I mean, he's out there 100% of the time, so why not? I think for sure. I mean, would you put him in? Derek Barnes is definitely. You know what's crazy? Derek Barnes is only playing 46% of the time right now.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, I know. I think they should put him more reps. Like, what's going on?
You would think you would want the better because he's been doing good too. Like you would think, let's get him some more reps and see if he can continue.
I don't know. 9% the first week, 15% the second week, 48, 31, and 46. This man is not seems to be out there more than 50% of the time.
He's moved up from 9 to about the 40s, so that's not bad.
Yeah. So other than that, though, the Lions, I'm not really putting anybody in besides Swift. It seems on both sides of the ball. Other than that, though, Bengals. What do you got? I'll take over. Definitely, definitely Jamar Chase and the Joe Burrow side.
Yep, those are the two I was thinking. Mixon, if he's healthy, you got to go Mixon. I like Boyd. I think Boyd's going to have a game.
Boyd's not a bad option
because I think they're going to concentrate on the other two guys. I think Boyd might break out.
Is Higgins back?
Maybe Higgins isn't back. I forgot he was.
I don't know. I'm looking that up right now while you go cover defense.
But obviously. even if he's not, I still think they'll be concentrating on Jamar Chase, and then that'll open up Boyd still. Defense, I like. Was it Hendrickson? No, Hendrickson. Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's a good option because the Bengals' offensive line is not great. He's a defensive lineman. I don't know. You have anybody else really on the Bengals?
Wilson.
Wilson. Sorry, Wilson, the linebacker.
Wow. Yeah. Only the number 3 linebacker in the league.
Wilson, the linebacker. I was gonna ask. I was like, I know there's a linebacker. But
so here's why we didn't really think about Higgins right now. Higgins definitely was. He didn't put up much last week, and I think I know he was injured, and then week 5 is why we thought of nothing because he only had 32 yards. That was it, and a 2-point conversion. That was it. So. Which is surprising, but I think he still put Higgins in. Look, these guys have bad weeks, and that was his first week back from an injury, so maybe it was a snap count percentage or something. I could look that up right now, but he only caught 5 of his 7, so that could be a factor why he didn't do much. But 5 receptions and only 32 yards, like what was it, like little post routes? I don't know, or not post routes, but little quick and goes. I don't know, dude. So 75 yards. The hitch. Yeah, a little hitch. Yeah, that's probably all it was. Little hitch routes. But okay, never mind. He was out there 70% of the time. I don't know. Maybe Joe just didn't look his way. Yeah, but I would still put him in. Yeah, I'll still put him in. All right, so defense, we already covered that. Von Bell, we forgot about him. He's definitely another one. All right, so Kansas City and Washington. We're going to go with Patrick Mahomes, obviously. We're going to go with whoever running back they decide to put Williams back there.
He's hurt. Questionable, too.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do.
We're Hill, Kelsey. They're all relevant right now. I'm not putting anybody in back there. Maybe Bolton. I think Willie Gay's coming. Going to get more snaps. I know he only did like 2 tackles last week on his first game back from the season, so maybe he does a little bit more. Other than that, I'm not putting anything.
Not the Honey Badger?
Oh, yeah. Honey Badger.
Tyrann Mathieu. I think he's going to have – I don't want it to have happen, but I think he's going to have a big game.
Washington. I mean, maybe Washington, Tyler Heineke kind of goes deep with McLaurin, so you know who's going to be back there waiting. So obviously those two I just mentioned – they have a lock-on connection with each other, McLaurin and Heineke, for sure. Gibson you're throwing in despite the little shin issue he has going on. He's still playing. He's still putting up numbers. Why not? If he believes he can play, then so do I. Who am I? I'm no doctor. So, yeah, other than that, that's offensively you're putting in are you putting Ricky Seals-Jones in?
No, I don't know. It's tough. Because it seems like
tight end? Guess maybe.
He is the tight end because Logan Thomas is out.
Right.
And he had a touchdown even when Thomas was in. But I don't know. That whole Saint – I mean, our offense actually finally looked terrible against the Saints. So
I'm not gonna lie, the whole team is looking terrible right now.
Well, yeah.
I'm not putting any IDP guys Washington right now at all.
No?
Yeah, no. I just dropped Collins. But all right. So, anyways, let's see. New York Giants. You're putting Jabril. You're not putting Jabril Peppers in. Yeah, and Logan Ryan you're putting in. That's about it. And then Crowder you're putting in. Tay Crowder, who basically took over for Martinez. You're putting in. That's pretty much it. And then offensively, it's Kadarius Toney. Obviously,
no Bradbury.
He hasn't. Yeah, I guess you can.
He's kind of on the downturn. I think he hasn't really.
I don't know. The Giants. I think you could put him in. Logan Ryan's kind of like the main DB there. You can put him in. Why not? I mean, I'm pretty sure he's probably drafted, and he was probably drafted high too. So you're probably putting him in regardless. New York Giants, Kadarius Toney. God, I really hope you're not the owner who has both. Russell Wilson and freaking. No. The other quarterback that we just lost, Daniel Jones. Jones, I hope you're not the Jones Russell owner.
Like one of our guys.
Yeah, him specifically. I'm talking about him. And then you have to put up Mike Glennon or Geno Smith in. But if you're putting Mike Glennon in your lineup, good God, you must be in a deep league, and you must be really horrible. Like, your record must be hurting right now. I hope not, but it has happened. So there's someone out there starting Mike Glennon right now. Jesus, against the Rams. Jeez. So yeah, that's about it. So Rams, who you got?
I'm starting Stafford. I'm starting Woods, Kupp, Henderson, Higbee. Anybody I missed offensively?
No, I think pretty much covered it. Kupp, Cooper Kupp.
I said Kupp.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. I said Woods and Kupp.
Hey, Van Jefferson might be a flex, I think.
Yeah, he does.
Depending on how. If you're in like a 3-receiver league, I wouldn't be surprised if Van Jefferson's on one of those squads. I think so. So that's pretty much it. And IDP
defensively, definitely Aaron Donald. I think he's gonna run roughshod all over the Giants offensive line.
Yeah. Let's do over under. How many sacks you think he gets this week?
I'm gonna say 3.
I was just about to say 3. Yeah. I'm gonna say 2.5. How about that? 2.5, and I think Joseph Day gets up in there and helps out. But I think 2.5. I think he gets a half sack, and with 2 quarterback hits. How about that?
And then, like we were talking about the last couple of shows, I think this could be a game you might want to start Ramsey.
Yeah, Ramsey's been up there,
especially if Glennon plays.
Yeah, and Ramsey has not been IDP relevant for basically his whole career because he's been so good, but they've been utilizing him everywhere. So I think Ramsey could be he can actually put up some numbers this week. But other than that, though, I mean, you could put Rapp and Fuller in there. That's pretty much it. I'm not trusting any of their linebackers just quite yet. They just seem to be all over the place with health issues coming in and out. I just can't right now. So, all right, this should be easy. Houston Texans, you're putting in Cooks.
Yep.
Christian Kirksey. And the Colts. Pittman, you're putting in Taylor, you're putting in Leonard, you're putting in who's their corner over there? I can't think of his name.
Xavier Rhodes.
Yeah. I think he's gonna have a fantastic game this game against Mills. Why not? I think
you know who I think's a good person to start? Carson Wentz. He's actually been doing decent fantasy wise.
He's been connected with Pittman. Yeah, why not?
Sure. Against the Texans, I think it'd be a good choice.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you there. So yeah, that was pretty easy. So let's go with Chicago and Green Bay. Chicago, I don't know. I don't know. Khalil Mack. If you're playing IDP, Khalil Mack, Quinn, Roquan Smith. Oh, yeah, it's pretty rough there.
Yeah.
But on the Green Bay side, I am putting
Yeah.
Jalen Smith in. I think Jalen Smith will actually have a decent game. Despite on who the running back that's going to be back there, we're not sure if it's Williams or Herbert. It seems like Herbert's getting more snaps, but yes, it is. And half of it's not even the freaking players' fault. It's the coaching. Look, hashtag Nagy out would be amazing.
Yeah.
Get that guy out of there, man.
I think the
But
funniest
dude,
meme I saw was it showed a bunch of people like around a computer, and it goes after the Gruden news broke, Chicago fans trying to hack Nagy's emails.
yes.
I was
Yeah,
like,
try and
oh,
get him
that's
out, dude.
hilarious. That's
Uh,
hilarious.
yeah, dude.
They're like, we want him gone.
That guy's the new Adam Gase of 2021, man.
Yeah.
Really is. You know what though? With all this coach issue, Urban Meyer doesn't get all the spotlight this week, so he gets another week of non judgment and hashtag save Justin. Yeah, there you go. And then fire net. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Tank. That's a better hashtag than the one I came up with. And what is up, bot?
Yeah, what's
How's
up, bot?
baseball, man? So yeah, dude. I just Chicago. I don't feel, dude. Cole Kmet is the biggest disappointment tight end I have ever seen. I thought they were gonna use him, dude. The guy's 6'5". He's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
You just throw it up to him. I don't know. Like, he's taller than most of the linebackers. I don't understand why they don't use him more. Whatever. It's crap. I really think that Justin did connect with Allen Robinson a little bit more. Mooney is probably the only safest, and I don't even feel comfortable putting his name out there. But yeah, so Green Bay, that's it. Green Bay, Rodgers, Jones. Are you getting ready for Dylan? Or my kind of combination of that. Ready for the question of the day? Yeah, shoot me, bro. Shoot it. AJ Dillon, I feel a little bit more comfortable putting him in. Why not? Let's see. Jair Alexander shouldn't even be on a roster because he's too good. So he probably doesn't need to do any IDP at all, to be honest. Jalen Ramsey, I'm in putting. Campbell, I'm putting in. That's pretty much it. I'm trying to speed fire through these because we're already 40 minutes, and we still need the other half of the teams. So I'm gonna throw them up real quick. Is there any last moments, any two teams that you got from there before we jump into Bot's question here?
What was that?
Anything from Chicago and Green Bay before we jump into? God, I have gas. Before we jump into Green Bay and Chicago.
No, I think you basically said it. Like, Chicago's a mess. Like, week to week, I mean, I think their defense is pretty solid. So if I'm starting anyone from the Bears, it's definitely gonna be their defensive guys. Because I feel like week in, they have like the solid like 3-4 guys that always come through. And then like just the usual suspects when it comes to Green Bay.
Yeah,
and I do like the sauce though. I think each week he seems to be getting more and more of the ball. Like, I don't know if maybe there's an injury they're not talking about with Jones,
I don't know, but
or
he's
if they're
becoming
just
redraft relevant.
yeah.
I'm liking it.
I know he is. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's becoming almost like Hunt Chubb territory with Green Bay, the way they come back and forth like that. So
right.
Could be interesting to watch down the line during the season.
All right. So sorry I didn't read this one. Is this crazy
Tank,
year for a head coach over there? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Now, usually we have like one or two gone by week 6 or 7, but yeah. And then a prayer for Chicago for sure. I hope they do something. All right, let's dig into
it. We got
AJ
Brown, Booker, or Javonte Williams for the flex. Who you got?
I like Javonte Williams. Well, first, do you have anything, or are you just kind of thinking about it still first?
I'm still not 100% sold on AJ Brown.
You think that was just kind of luck?
They still aren't. I don't know. Is he back? Did he play last week?
I don't want to put him against Buffalo is the issue.
Oh yeah, they're playing Buffalo. Yeah, that's horrible. You're right.
If he was still at the AJ territory that we're used to seeing every week, I'd feel a little bit more comfortable. But the fact that we only got one game out of him,
Yeah.
I'm still a little. I don't know. It's Buffalo. I think Micah Hyde's going to be all over him like white on rice. It just is.
At least with
I
Booker,
do like.
you got the number one running back for the
What's up?
Giants, right? Because Barkley's out.
Yeah. But again, he's going to get banged up by Aaron Donald. So I don't like that either.
Playing the Reds. So yeah, I think I'm leading to Javonte Williams.
I just feel like AJ Brown is going to do decent. I just hope he sneaks in with. I just think that the DBs there in Buffalo are really freaking good. Is he due? Yeah, but against Buffalo,
I don't think he's going to be due against Buffalo. Unfortunately, I do agree he is due.
He is, yeah, for sure, 100%. But this week, I don't know, man. Look, music. I like your confidence, but against Buffalo, I'm not too sure. So let's see. And then you got the Broncos, who are playing Las Vegas, and they've been splitting them. I'm leaning Javonte
sure Vegas
Williams.
Is kind of an unorganized mess at this point.
Well, sometimes no. Well, I don't know. Sometimes when these coaches leave, they're almost out of free will and they just have fun. We saw it last year with Detroit, and with Atlanta. Their head coach left, and it was kind of like, all right, guys, we don't really have a game plan, but we're just going to use you as your abilities, and you play your best. I'm still going Javonte Williams on those three. So
Tank says I like Booker.
For the question of the day, I mean, look, you guys like Booker, go for it. I just don't think that Rams defense is going to allow him to do anything. Now, Rams have been getting beat up lately. I get it, but defensively, I think what the issue is offensively, they're just not connecting because we haven't seen like really big, huge plays like we're used to. Yeah, obviously Cooper Kupp's the main guy, but I think I don't think that we'll see Booker do a lot. He's gonna get the touches, so if you have a points per carry, well, good for you, guy. But I don't think Booker's gonna do much. But I still like Javonte Williams. That's just how I feel. Did you answer what you, AJ Brown, Booker, or Williams?
No, yeah, I said I was leaning towards Williams too.
Williams,
yeah.
I mean, you could go Booker too. I mean, he's gonna get the work. So I mean, if
that's
you have
the only
other
thing.
If you have stronger running backs, and he's just like, what is it, just the flex, right? In the flex,
sounds like.
I'm assuming you have better running backs.
So yeah, I'm assuming it's the flex.
You could go Booker, man, over these two.
And then here you go. Here's another one.
That's that high risk.
So they start off with, who do you guys think I can get for Debo and Mixon? And then he follows it up with, do you think Debo and Mixon for Henry is fair?
Oh yeah, I don't think the owner's gonna do it, man.
Yeah, I mean it's not necessarily not fair, but the owners, it's gonna be hard to get them to do that.
I think that the Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be his last.
I think
best
music's
year.
on the. Yeah, I think the music is on the right track here.
Mixon and Debo, I'd ask for Najee or Kamara. Yeah, I don't think Henry.
Kamara will be kind of hard to get to, but I think Najee's probably doable, especially in redraft.
Redraft, yeah, for sure. I don't think. I mean, but unless it's a point PPR though.
That's true. If it's PPR, Najee's going to be, and Kamara will be hard to.
Debo and Mixon for Henry. I agree with music. Both Debo and Mixon are pretty good. this season. I'm Mixon has surprised me. I'm not a big Mixon fan, but he's been doing it. So Najee, I think you get Najee for that. So I don't think Henry. You can try, but don't. You might get denied. But you can always try.
So it is
You
a
never know.
PPR league. Yeah, I would definitely, if you could
Yeah,
get
yeah.
Najee.
Jesus, man. Just fucking drink. All right.
But yeah, I would definitely, if you could get Najee, I would do it. And then Nerd Huddle coming in with the sad news about CMC.
Yeah, a lot of these guys don't practice, and come game time, they end up balling out. So
that is true.
It's still Thursday. We still have tomorrow's practice. Saturday they might come out with another report. It might be game time decision. So yeah.
How crazy would it be if the Vikings play the Panthers and neither Cook or McCaffrey play?
I think that'd be awesome.
I know you would.
Really I would love that. All right, so
let's see. It says I have Mike Williams and Adams as my receivers, and Hunt as my RB2.
Okay.
So yeah, you can add Najee Harris. It'd be pretty solid 4 guys right there.
Yeah, because Mike Williams obviously, but the thing is, see how he has these weapons. I think that the other owner might actually target either. I think Mike Williams. They'll probably counter for Mike Williams. But again, try for it. But I think Najee is probably a good trade for. It's kind of like what Music was saying. Should I ask for Boyd in that trade? So Debo and Mixon for Najee and Boyd. PPR.
Look, he asked for Mike Williams.
Yeah, there you go. See.
Yep.
It's
gonna happen.
For receiver and running back receiver, you can try it. I think so. Again, if that it depends on them. I think you'll probably be better with the Najee over at PPR. And then you have who's your other running backs though? That's a real question. So yeah, go for it, man.
Mixon's RB1.
Well, he has Hunt as his number, yeah.
And then RB2
is Hunt. And Hunt's doing fine too. Yeah. Boyd, I think you'll get denied, but I think you might be able to sneak away with a Najee. But even then, that's still a lot. Because what if that's their only running back that's producing? They're not going to give away their number one guy. Yeah. That's the biggest issue. All right, let's speed through these. All right, Vikings, Carolina. I think Jeremy Chin puts up some numbers finally with Gilmore there and Henderson there. I think.
Does he return 2 back-to-back fumbles to the end zone like he did last time?
No, we will never see that again. Unfortunately, that's very rare. We will not see that again. If we do, holy
he's got
crap.
Kamara as well.
Oh, dude, yeah. Come on. Just do it. So yeah. Chin, I'm putting him in. I'm putting him in unless you have someone better. So I think Chin, this might be his week to actually finally do something. Cousins likes to throw it to Osborne and dude, where is JJ this season, man? Thielen's been kind of named, but JJ's just been like.
Neither JJ or Thielen have been practicing this week either. So
yeah, but they're playing.
JJ Osborne,
pick
him up.
Yeah, Conklin over there. Yeah, I'm not putting any Minnesota guys at all. This Carolina defense is nasty, bro.
No, it is
nasty. But IDP wise, I think I'll put in. Oh my God, IDP. Look, goodbye, Nick Vigil. That sucks. As Anthony Barr came in on his first week back, Nick Vigil was only on the field 25% of the time.
Oh my God! Despite how good he was doing,
I don't know. It was just like, wow. Okay. They just faded him so hard. I don't know what to do. If you stash him another week, maybe drop him for someone better if you need it. I was just disappointed. 25% of the snaps was just low. Like that's practically
that's not
you're
good.
you're not sniffing the field, man. Like
Nope.
it's just nuts. So it's shame for Nick Vigil. Yeah, he just had those 2 good games, and that was pretty much it. I was hoping he would do something last week. Obviously not. So yeah, obviously Anthony Barr. But if Anthony Barr is gone, because I know he's questionable, if Anthony Barr is gone, you fire up Nick Vigil. So Eric Olsen you're putting in, Harris you're putting in. That's pretty much it on the IDP side, which comes to Minnesota. And yeah, I don't trust anybody in unless it's Cook. Offensively, I don't put anybody in. So Carolina, you're putting in Moore, putting in obviously. Are you putting Sam Darnold in? Is that a comfortable start for you this week or no?
Oh, I don't know. Darnold looked horrible against the Eagles. I mean, I think he bounces back. I don't mind starting Darnold, but I think I'm going with Wentz because I have Wentz too.
Okay.
Or Heineke. He's playing the Chiefs defense. Questions.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be it's gonna. I think he'll bounce back. I think he'll bounce back. I think he will. It was just a weird game because he was doing awesome. So I mean, he did good against Dallas. I think he'll do better against Minnesota. Now the Eagles was just I think I'd start Darnold in a 14-man. Yeah. Even if Dynasty or something, I know that the QBs are just like dragged, or even a super flex. You're putting him in there. I think Darnold. I think he's gonna bounce back. Like I said earlier, I mentioned I think it was someone that they all have one bad game, a couple bad games here and there. Yeah. I think that was his game. But I think that because I think offensively they weren't doing anything. I had DJ Moore and he didn't do anything either. So I would be okay. I think this might be the bounce back game. All right. So, anyways, Baltimore and LA Chargers. Obviously, besides the obvious, we got Lamar. You got whichever running back you have back there. I guess you're going to put him in, right?
Andrews.
It seems like
you play in Hollywood now. He's kind of coming up now all of a sudden.
Marquise is back.
Yeah,
as a Hollywood.
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
Latavius Murray is getting more snaps than Williams, so that's very interesting to me to see that. But I think he's that Chargers defense, man. If you have someone better,
they're just not producing though. Like the only one who can seemingly run the ball consistently is Lamar.
yeah.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd put a running back against this Chargers defense.
No, I wouldn't for sure.
They're another one. They're another one that you just I don't want to play them. But other than that though, you don't put Jason. Is it Jason Owe? Owe? I know his last name's Owe. I think he's okay to put in. Patrick Queen seems to be kind of hiding back there, not doing much. Who's that DB? Murphy?
Yep.
Murphy's? Yeah. Humphreys. Jesus. I'm thinking of
Humphreys. Yeah, Humphreys.
Yeah. Humphreys put in. Other than that, though, I don't know. Not so much outside of Lamar. Seems like Lamar's just doing everything. Andrews, obviously.
Yeah, that guy finally.
Yeah. So LA Chargers. Besides the obvious, you got Allen.
Allen, Williams,
Eckler,
Herbert.
Yeah, basically everyone who's offense, you just put him in if you have him. Even Cook is relevant too. He's sneaking a touchdown every now and then.
He's still hit and miss for me. I don't like Cook that much.
Yeah, but at the tight end level, look, he's getting some touches.
I'm only saying it because I have him in a league and he drives me nuts.
No, well,
I'll bench him, touchdown. Put him in, nothing. It's annoying.
Yeah. But defensively, putting Joey Bosa, he's back. He's definitely doing what Joey Bosa is like. He's doing. He's having a pretty good year. So Joey Bosa for sure. That's pretty much it. I don't think their linebackers aren't doing. Murray, I think, is back this week. I think he had an issue health-wise, but he still hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. As a matter of fact, I haven't even paid attention to him all year, only because Well, he hasn't really done much, or he's been hurt. So I don't know what the hell's going on over there.
What do you think of Asante Samuel? He's been pretty good.
I
Junior.
don't. Not
Junior.
yet, man. You think
No?
so? He had that one interception and some yards, but I don't think he's like IDP relevant yet.
No.
I don't think so. He's getting some tackles here. I mean, if you look at his stats, they're not that high, dude. IDP wise, I don't. I'm gonna fade his ass. Like, I'm sorry. Okay, so Arizona and Cleveland. Running back out of Arizona, you putting either one of them. Connor seems to be getting the touchdowns, but Edmonds getting the yards. So it kind of sucks.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
they kind of cancel
Edmonds
each other out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in a touchdown only league, Connor obviously, but then like Edmonds is kind of like a whatever. If you got yards, put him in that flex. But other than that, you're putting in Moore. Moore's getting a lot more reps. I think he's going to be the true number 2 there under Hopkins. If Hopkins decides to relive himself, whatever he's doing.
Yeah, it feels like Christian Kirk's finally living up to what he usually does.
So besides that, Christian Kirk trying to doing this thing. Rondale Moore seems to be his favorite target right now. But then Kyler Murray, obviously you're putting him in, obviously because he's probably your main QB. But then defensively, Isaiah Simmons, Zaven Collins is kind of getting up there. Not too much. I'm not too high about him yet. Hasn't really done anything that impressed me yet.
Well, he still hasn't really been on the field all that often either.
Yeah.
So they're like slowly working him in, I guess.
Right. Isaiah Simmons, yeah. Chandler Jones has been quiet since week 1.
Yeah.
And JJ Watt, I don't care. Look, the name is good. He's just not IDP relevant this year. Just isn't. He hasn't done anything. He's gotten half tackles, few assists there. Like, he's just not doing anything for me. So I'm not putting him in. Buda Baker has been quiet. Like, pretty much every safety in the NFL has been quiet this year. IDP.
Weird season for safeties.
I don't get it either. It's just a year of the corner is what we said earlier, right?
Oh, there you go. Chandler also has COVID, so he's not playing this week.
There you go, Braden. In the clutch. Yeah. So I just Browns. Let's see. Hunt, Chubb, Baker. I don't even know if I'm going to put Baker in this week.
No, why not?
I'm pretty sure. Unless he's your number 1. But Baker was probably drafted as a number 2, most leagues.
Well, he had a really good game last week against that supposed good Chargers defense.
Well, yeah, I guess. But do you think that's going to happen again, though? Them both putting up 40 freaking points?
Well, I think the problem with the Browns is everybody's hurt.
So, okay. Well, then the Chargers should have blown him out.
Yeah.
So for them to keep up like that, like that's the only reason why he probably did do good, because they both put up like 40-something points, 47-42, I think the score was, and it just did, good.
Both their running backs questionable. Myles Garrett questionable.
Yeah, he's been questionable all season, to be honest.
Well, he actually got hurt. Was like off the field last.
Yeah, but I should know. I have him, and he's been questionable. I have been like, oh crap, every week. And then it comes to like final seconds before the game, the report comes out, Myles Garrett is starting. I was like, oh, thank God. So like I don't have to drop anybody to go get him. Anybody else to replace him, because I am very risking it all right now with only one D lineman in my lineup. So, but I mean, if you have the true number 1 DL, why would you need anybody else? Like this, but
it's true. It's true.
So yeah, it's but every week I'm thinking the same thing. Like, is he gonna play? Is he gonna play? And he plays. I'm like, oh, thank God, and he gets a sack or 2. But other than that, though, so Jock is actually doing something. He's probably the only linebacker you're putting back there. That's Jason Owusu-Koramoah, JOK, Jock. But yeah, definitely the only linebacker I would put back there. That's pretty much it out of Cleveland. that comes to fruition that I think I'll just put out in my lineup. Yeah. So, anyways, all right. So, Denver, you got Javonte Williams, you got Cortland Sutton. I would put him in. Why not? Vegas doesn't have really like hardcore good DBs. They're okay, but they're not that great. Like, to stop them, I think Cortland Sutton will get there. That's if Teddy Bridgewater can get it to him. Yeah.
Is he playing?
Yeah, he's been snapping. I think he plays. I think he plays. But other than that, though, what is Judy coming back? Week 8?
I don't know. To be honest, I knew it was out for a while. I just didn't see any return date. I think it's one of those things where they're going to reassess it once it got further in to know for sure.
Yeah, I think Noah Fant puts up a little tutty this week. I think he's due for a touchdown here. I think he gets one here against the Raiders. But again, I'm a little worried about what's going on with the Raiders. Maybe, like I said, maybe they have a free for all and they just have fun and they just play, man. Tim Patrick, yes. You know what's crazy about Tim Patrick is most leagues, he's still available in most leagues. I don't know, man. Like, it's just Tim Patrick doesn't seem like a very like, oh, I must have him type of player. I think he's pretty much available in most leagues still, which is crazy. No one's just excited to get him. He's last year's Landry. No one was excited about drafting him, but there he was, and he's still producing numbers, and he was just there. He was. That's Tim Patrick, but yeah, I music, yeah, for sure. So other than that, Melvin Gordon, I hope he stays questionable, and I hope he doesn't even play. Give Javonte Williams his role already. Jesus.
Yeah, right. Let him take off.
He says, geez, at least bench him. Dude, what's crazy, though, I haven't seen him. So in all my leagues, he's still there. And then this is like, if you look somewhere else, like I can't remember where else, but I think of all the leagues out there, I think he's still available in like 42 or 47% of, and this was just Yahoo leagues. I didn't look into the other leagues, but percentage-wise, that's a big gap. So he's probably not available in deeper leagues, but yeah, at least bench him. But yeah, other than that, Von Miller, you're probably putting in. That's Malik. What's his face? Are you playing him? I can't remember his freaking name. The other linebacker right next to Von Miller. Malik something. I can't even think of his last name, but I think he's relevant still. He just popped up on my waiver wire. Like, I was gonna throw him in yesterday's, but I decided not to. I think that he won't be there for very long. Relevant, but then so other than that, though, St. Patrick, Spencer, you got Ruggs, Renfro, Edwards. You're playing them all. You're putting Waller in. You're putting Carr in. Perriman in. You're putting Crosby in. That's pretty much all the Raiders I can think of that are fantasy relevant. If you put them in, I think they'll do okay against Teddy Bridgewater right now.
Did you say Justin Simmons for the Broncos?
Oh, look, it went down. 37.6 ownage. So that means that 63% is still like,
yeah,
out there.
Who's this guy?
Oh man, like, dude.
But he says he's in a 14-man league, so he starts him.
Well, see, and that's different though. See, in deeper leagues, it's different. But for most of the part, dude, nobody. Like, I don't know. It's just nobody wants him. I don't know what it is. I don't even have him, so I can't do what I'm preaching here. But I'm just saying, like, he's there. But dude, you're putting Gordon in if he's good to go this week. I guess I don't like it. I just want them to give it to Williams already. Like, come on, just get on with it. He's the better back already. Like, would you agree?
I agree. So do all the owners of Williams too. They're probably like, already, come on, man, get them in there.
Yeah. So let's see if they're splitting it back, and then so who are you putting at running back for you putting Josh Jacobs? Do you trust him?
Not against that Broncos defense.
Well, even relevant. I mean, it just seems something he doesn't put up numbers sometimes. Kenny Drake, who just
I don't know. He hasn't done anything. And then the one guy who was kind of doing something, Barber, he's hurt, I think. So I don't know. I mean, I guess you'd have to go Jacobs, but
yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of have what. I mean, if you had him, you drafted him high, so you kind of just. I feel like owners are just throwing him in there but they're not happy with the results that they've been getting.
Well, I have him in one league, but he was the 4th running back I drafted.
Oh, well, I mean, he did do good last week, though.
Yeah, and the problem is the 3rd running back was Miles Sanders.
Oh,
hasn't been doing much of anything.
Well, yeah, that sucks. I don't think anybody should be playing Miles Sanders right now. I have
the beginning of the year, my running backs look great. Now I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. All right, so, anyways, we have Dallas and New England. But before I get into that, look, man, if you're trying to get NFL Red Zone or just watch it, NFLHD.tv. At the bottom, click on the link. I'm telling you, it's great. All the networks, NFL Network. I think they have MLB and hockey in there too. So later in the season, you can actually look at that later. So
there you go.
It's not bad. I like it. I think I know it's right in your face. Sorry, dude. I just like I'm not changing.
I'm here. No, I'm just
only there for a couple seconds, but yeah, check it out, man.
I'm over here.
It's. I think the only issue with that is I think it's to one device, but you get NFL Red Zone if you hook it up to your HDMI cable to your TV. Boom, you're good to go. But yeah, definitely I like using it, so I use it every week. Dallas. I won't be this weekend, unfortunately, because I'll be gone, which sucks. But let's get these last 3 out, and then we're ending it with Dallas Cowboys, New England. I think Dak and the crew have a phenomenal game against these guys. I'm not even going to mention who because you already know who. Except for Amari Cooper, still kind of questionable, and Zeke's going to play. He landed on a pylon. Everyone's worried about his back. It's fine.
No, he should take a day to rest.
Oh,
just let me have the number 1 RB and the number 1 receiver for
because
one
you
day.
have Pollard.
For one day. I have Pollard and CD.
Yeah. Micah Parsons, you're throwing in, obviously. Van Der Esch, if you have him, yeah, sure. He's not doing anything special. Just seems like Micah Parsons there, just doing everything. Diggs, obviously.
Diggs.
Again, besides the obvious. New England, a lot of people are saying Myers right now could do something. Myers, I think, will be all right. Other than that, I don't trust the running backs. Mac Jones, no. I don't think he's going to do anything against these.
Well, I don't even think Harris is going to play, so.
Yeah, it's going to be bolded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Have fun with that. Defensively, jeez. Nobody?
Jamie Collins in his triumphant return?
Matt Judon is probably the only guy I think I'll probably put in. Other than that, no. Josh Uche, I don't know. He faded last week, but I think you could put Judon in. I think he'll be the only one relevant. Collins has to make his mark in there first before I see how well he does. Because if he looks lost in the sauce, I'm not even it's true. New system. I agree. So all right. So
it's not a new system. He's been with the Patriots 3 times now. So.
Well, I'm assuming it changes every year, right?
And then when he was with the Lions, he was in the same system because that was Matt Patricia.
Shit.
So I don't think he has to learn the system too much.
All right. Well, I guess Collins. If you really want to be a risk taker, put Collins in. All right. So Pittsburgh, Najee Harris, Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle. TJ Watt. TJ Watt.
Oh yeah, TJ Watt. Yeah.
Seattle has no offensive line, so
no.
Although freaking Russell Wilson always gets away from everybody.
Well, it's not Russell Wilson though.
Oh, you're right. It's Geno Smith.
Geno, man.
I forgot.
I'm a little scared for the DK Metcalf owners.
Well, I would be.
You still put him in though.
I mean, you have to. I think.
Because
he's probably your 1 or 2 receiver, and you probably don't have much underneath.
Yeah, I think
but
you have.
I think this injury is going to have an effect for sure.
It definitely will. We might see a reduction. I think he'll still put up numbers, just not that great of numbers that we're
same thing with Lockett. Probably going to be even more of a drop off.
Any of those guys.
At least with Metcalf, he's big, so Geno can just be like, get it.
Yeah.
Lockett is short, so.
Yeah. So if you have Alex Collins, yeah, put him in.
Yeah, I think Collins is probably a good way to go.
Guy right now, they're probably going to run a lot, and that's all good.
Carson's still out.
Yeah,
he was questionable last time.
He's questionable, but even then, he might. I think Collins outruns him when he comes back, and then the following week we'll see Carson more than Collins. It's kind of like that fade out process. But then, so other than that, you're putting Bobby Wagner in. Last week was a crap. He crapped the bed basically. But I think he'll come back. I think with Pittsburgh, the way they run their offense, I think Bobby Wagner's going to have a phenomenal against Najee. I think he'll do just fine because what I've noticed, I've been watching it, Wagner kind of close this season. He's kind of hanging in the back. So with Ben's little noodle arm, Bobby Wagner is going to get an interception. He's going to run it back.
Well, I also think it's a good time to start Jamal Adams.
Yeah. I Seattle's IDP guys will do good. Diggs is probably gonna catch one for sure. Look, Big Ben, his arm is gone. They should have accepted this last season, but they didn't. They decided to give him a pay cut because he was being nice to get Juju back, which Juju a terrible. But hey, whatever. If you're 3-2, would you trade away AJ Brown and Chris Carson with the 1-4 team for Saquon? Well, if you're 3-2, something's definitely working for you. AJ Brown and Chris Carson. Assuming that you're okay with letting him go because you have other weapons with Saquon. I think so. Because AJ Brown should do good. I just don't think it'll be soon. I don't know. I don't know. AJ Brown is a very good, talented player. I like him. I just don't think that it's gonna be. I need his hurt. He's getting the targets though. What do you think, man?
Well, I think out of all 3 of those players, I think AJ Brown's the only one who's playing right now.
Yeah,
because Carson's and Barkley are both out. But at least with Barkley, it was a lower ankle sprain, so I think they said 2 weeks.
Yeah,
he should be able to come back, which is probably about the same time we said Carson's is coming back. I personally think I would do it. I
don't think the owner will trade it though, because Barkley's not officially out. He's not officially out all season.
Yeah.
He's only out max of 4 weeks.
Yeah,
max.
He says I don't have them. He says I don't have these players. It was just a thought.
Yeah, no, I mean it's nice to pick people's brains. I do it all the time.
I agree. So I mean, if you could pull it off, I would do it. I just don't. I think you'll have a hard time pulling it off.
Yeah, you might have to throw in something else with it. AJ Brown and Chris Carson, I don't think it's going to be good enough for Saquon. I think Saquon owner's not going to accept that. I don't think so. You can all try, but it's too much of value, and he's playing finally. So these next couple of weeks after he comes back, we'll see. But as of now, Booker's going to have a good 2-3 week run. Except for this week, I don't think he's going to do much against LA. But I mean, I look, it's been a crazy year. We've seen a bunch of crazy things, so we'll see what Booker does. I'll definitely be watching that game when I get back. Watching it Monday on NFL HD TV. That's where I'll be watching it because I get replays.
Drinking a raise.
Yeah, raise it up on there. And drinking a raise. Yeah, I forgot to throw that one in there.
There you go.
Oh, speaking of raise, I just ordered the new flavor.
Oh, did you?
Yes, the Franken sour.
Oh, nice.
I bet you it's gonna taste like an apple sour candy. We'll see. When it comes in, I'll swing by your house, give you 2 cans or a can or something. We'll see. But yeah. But yeah, I'll see. I'll probably end up watching the replay when I get back just to see. I like to see the actual players. And that's how I got Kadarius Toney before the hype. I like to see how good they do, and then I take advantage before the waivers. So, okay. Last game. You have a bill. You start them.
Start all the bills.
Sucks.
Start all the bills.
But I'm assuming
offense and defense.
I'm assuming, yeah, offense
minus
and
the whole running backs because we all know how I feel about the running backs. There.
No, I think you start them too.
Both of them?
Yeah. I don't think Tennessee can stop crap. Look, Tennessee, you're putting Henry in and you're putting A.J. Brown in. Julio, I think, is coming back.
Maybe.
Look, Tennessee is just not what we thought they were, man. I was hyped. Everyone was hyped on them.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, thanks, man. For sure. Look, we do all kinds of crazy stuff. Yesterday we did IDP. So if you don't do IDP, you can still join us. Look, dude, I'm not saying like a lot of people are scared of IDP, but I will definitely take offensive questions, kind of mix it in, but I give out my IDP waivers. Then we just talk about whatever the hell we want on Wednesdays. And then Thursdays, we kind of go through all of this. It's been a little bit longer than normal. So this lunch hour is now almost
lunch hour and a half. Yeah, three lunches.
Yeah, if you're on the 30-minute lunch. But and then Saturday, which we won't be able to do, my wife comes in here and gives her best opinion on her. She is pretty good. Considering, full disclaimer, she doesn't watch.
Her logic about picking.
Oh my God, her logic of picking is just—it's
great, man. It's great.
It's just if you want to throw something in the background and hear her logic of why she's picking, it has nothing to do with colors.
It's like some of the most entertaining thing you'll see. It is
Saturday
awesome.
We do that. She has a winning record so far.
That's great.
She still believes in the Lions, so it's fun. Yeah, dude. And then Sunday we joined, so we're part of the Nerd Huddle. Let me get that in there. The Nerd Huddle, it's a separate channel, but we go in on Thursdays. We talk about all kinds of BS that we want. Certain topics. I mean, we can even talk about your topics that you give us, and we'll just ramble on that. That's usually Thursday night. Today they'll do that later today. So, but they do that during the game. So sometimes it's hard for me. I can't. I gotta watch football, man. But I will do the candy draft, the 28th. So I'll probably have my separate TV up here and watching it. But Tuesday, yesterday, it's all Chicago's. You like Chicago's? Go ahead, hang out with them, make fun of them. Marvin will give you a straight up opinion on how he feels. He talks from the heart, and then movies with the Spoiler Kings, and then
the one they definitely don't hold back either.
Yeah, no, they don't.
They let it rip.
And Sunday, that's the one I'm talking about. Sunday, we typically, all of us go on the Nerd Hole. We all come back on one single channel, and we just give out all our opinions. And that one is about an hour and a half. I'm surprised we're going this long today, dude. But yeah, all of us go in there, and we just create this big giant Nerd Huddle, like as we said. All right, so Chicago, we're not putting anybody in, right?
Oh, we're not on Chicago.
My bad. Tennessee. Tennessee, we're not putting anybody in. I messed up with my brain. I saw the symbol Chicago, but I was thinking Tennessee. I don't think we're putting anybody in besides maybe A.J. Brown. And if he gets lucky, he'll get something. Obviously Henry. IDP side, no.
Yeah,
they're going to get torched.
They're going to get torched.
But again, we'll see what happens. Other than that, man, this is another long lunch hour. So, we will get to see the game here in a couple hours, and I'm excited for that. and then I will be back next Tuesday. I will be gone, unfortunately. So wherever the hell you're at, good morning, good evening, good night. If you're on across the other side of the scenes, probably late, but my bad. I went away for a second. Did you say you have an alternate channel? Yeah. So the description below. I did. So basically, it's kind of like a rundown of what I just said. Let me just show these. This is kind of like the schedule we have. It's the Nerd Huddle. So let me get that comment out of the way.
Oh, I got it.
All right. So real quick tonight, I dubbed it the BS show. We talk about anything and everything. I usually don't typically go on there during football season because they're doing it during the Thursday night game. But a lot of them, what they do is they're during the podcast, they're watching the game as well. But I'm just too focused. Like I'm the football guy of we go in depth more than they do. But Tuesday they do their channel of Chicago Bears, and then Monday, dude. Oh, the Spoiler Kings, they're giving out free movies. There's little contest.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, they give out digital copies.
Yeah.
They just gave out My Guy with Ryan Reynolds.
Free guy.
Wow. Whatever.
My guy.
Whatever. Shout out to the guy. I have a guy.
The guy. Oh yeah, the guy. Shout out to him.
Yeah, the guy. Which I guess I don't know where mine's at right now. You know what? I'm just gonna look. We're already at an hour and a half. Screw it. Let's just do it.
The guy.
I have a guy, and I wasn't gonna do this today. I was gonna probably do a separate video. Once we hit 100 subscribers, these are legit stitched. I'm not allowed to say who or his company name because they're kind of replicas, but these are freaking good. Yeah. But yeah, so basically our jerseys, our founding year, and that's your favorite number, so we did that one. And once we have 100 subscribers, we're gonna give out that jersey out. It'll be your favorite team with the number 1 on it because you will be the first owner of the first Dynasty Pylon.
Oh, jersey. There you go. Thank you.
And yeah. So
that's
Sundays,
awesome.
Sundays come in, join us. We go freaking wild. We argue in there sometimes. We take spike bets in there, which if you lose the following week, we got to take a shot. Which I won't be there for one of the shots I just won. As a matter of fact, Marvin has to take a shot because there was the bet between Hunter Renfrow or Mooney who was going to do better, and I said Renfrow was going to do better. Mooney crapped the bed. I'll be watching. If he takes the spike this week, cool. If not, if he can hold out another week and take it next week, much respect if he does that. But technically he's supposed to take it this week because he lost last week. We had that spike back. It's the morning spike. That's the Nerd Huddle. We all come together on Sunday. And we just hash everything out, and we do it just before before kickoff. So about an hour to 45 minutes before kickoff. So yeah, thanks music for sure. And hopefully maybe you can get a Dynasty Pylon jersey. They're pretty good, man. They're not that bad. I like it.
Yep. I like mine.
Yeah,
came out really good.
Yeah, they're not bad.
And then Tank over here, all came around. Free guy giveaway on Spoiler Kings, and you guys have a guy for your giveaway.
Yes, got a guy.
It's all about the guys.
Yeah. Tank.
And then he also said thanks music.
Cruella one, right?
I think they did that one already. That was the first one.
That was the first one. Yeah. I don't know. They give out digital copies. So typically, here's Spoiler Kings. If you go in, say you go to the movies that weekend, right? The following Monday, you get to go in there and just talk about it. Because these guys, they're on top of it, man. They're watching the brand newest movie, and then on following Monday from the hottest movie that came out that weekend, they talk about it on Monday. And it's some legit stuff. I never watch it because they will spoil the crap out of the movie. I never have time to go watch it on the weekend, but every single time I'll go back to the following weekend to watch it. But it's definitely a fun time. It's him and Will, so check it out. But thanks for the subscribe, man. That's legit. That's dope. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, another hour and a half. All right, let's get out of here.
Let's go.
But appreciate it, man. We will try. But you're out of the country.
For sure.
Oh, it's all good, man. Hey, no worries. Okay, so here we go. So Black Widow, Cruella, Free Guy, Space Jam is the next.
Oh,
there you go, music. Look, just ruin your the next movie they ruin. Just get your spoilers, but you'll have a competing chance to get a digital copy to Space Jam. So, but yeah, check it out, man. Anyways, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you're at. Thanks for watching. My name is Martin. This is Mark, and this is the Dynasty Pylon. We will be back.
Tuesday.
Well, you're going to represent Sunday, right?
I'll be there Sunday.
Are you going to be there?
Yes, I'll be there Sunday.
Are you going to be there? That's 7:30 our time, bro.
I know. Hey, I woke up at like 7 today, so.
All right. So, yes, I will not be there, but Mark will be there, part of the Nerd Huddle on Sunday representing Dynasty Pylon. So, thanks again. Check it out, and thanks for watching. Later.
Getting hyped when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. When I watch me elevate.